Thanks for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, on with the show.
And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. This is The Legend of the Vision Braves, our D&D crossover with Final Fantasy homebrew campaign. So, sit tight. You're going to see some stuff. Or hear some stuff.
We are?
Yeah. We're gonna lock and load this episode.
What?
Anyway,
Give me a no for
guys.
No. No.
This is episode 58. We release these episodes every Friday here on YouTube, so make sure to do all the social media YouTube-y stuff that they tell you to do at the beginning of every episode ever of anything YouTube. You know, that like, comment, subscribe, send us food, I don't know. Anyway, guys, make sure to tune in. Make sure to tune in. Let us know your thoughts, what you want to see maybe in the future. I don't know. Let us know how we're doing. We love it. Anyway, guys, we have some social medias down here, so if you want to follow us, see what quirky things we're up to, as of this recording, we'll definitely have already done our Christmas episode, so I'm sure we'll have some fun things posted on our social medias.
We're doing a Christmas episode, guys. We all knew about this.
Yeah.
We were all
Totally.
there. We were
Totally planned.
We were elves.
We were dressed.
We were dressed as elves.
No, we
all
were
of us.
dressed as
all of them, and
all of us. We were wearing Christmas hats,
and I was Santa.
And we had jingle bells. It was fantastic. You guys saw, you know.
Yeah.
Christian had glitter beard. It's great.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, no, we filmed it on camera, Paige, and I glittered it for you. Don't you remember?
Nope.
But to see things like that, make sure down here that you go and follow us on our social medias. We have the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, and for however long that will last by this time. And we also have TikTok. So make sure to go ahead and follow us over there, see what we're up to, catch a glimpse of the episodes that we're putting out.
Watch the glitter beard happen in real time. Sure.
And we also understand sometimes you guys can't have YouTube videos up where you're doing. You know, just in case, we do have you covered there. Don't we, Travis?
Yes, of course. Hey, if you've got a phone, which I assume everyone does nowadays.
Don't you all have cell phones?
Careful. That did not go well for Blizzard.
I don't have a cell phone. What are phones? Everybody needs to fax me.
Just telegraph.
Paige my beeper.
She's just a stenographer, and she prefers you to...
Lots of sugar tonight. Anyway. Go on.
Yeah,
hey,
guys, go to your favorite podcasting app, whether that's Apple or Amazon, Google, Spotify, tons of others are out there. We're pretty much on all of them, so go there. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, whatever metric they use to make sure that you stay on top of all the new episodes that we release. New episodes come out every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central Time, right before your morning commute, so it's perfect while your coffee is brewing to just hit that download button and be ready for your day. And thank you for everyone who's stuck with us. We see more subscribers each week, and we appreciate you.
Speaking of new subscribers, guys, if this is your first time tuning in, we appreciate it, but also go back and watch our old episodes of this campaign so you kind of get the gist of what's going on here and see what led these guys down the path to where they are. Also, we've done a couple of other things on our channel as well. We've had our D&D Season 1 campaign led by our very own Matt. We've also had a couple of one-shots, Honey Heist Dice, done by our very own Alysia. And we've also had our Humblewood Valentine Day one-shot, run by our very own Travis. And I, myself, have also done a different kind of tabletop game called Monster of the Week. So if you guys like any kind of those series, like Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, what is it, Warehouse 41? I don't remember. Is that the right title? I don't know.
Warehouse 41?
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was the right title, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got the number right.
Watch
Anyway,
it.
if
Not
you guys...
Spawn, because that show was canceled like 10 years ago.
If you guys like that kind of thing, we have a one set in the 90s to a supernatural style theme, so make sure to go check that out as well. All those episodes are available on our YouTube channel. They are also available on podcast. So if you don't find something that you like here while listening to this one, we probably got something else for you too. So let's get into this week's episode. What happened last time, Alysia?
So yes to the glitter beard for you too.
What happened last time, Alysia?
We could get all the guys to glitter their beards. We're shopping. I'm chewing. Last time, I got candy stuck on my teeth. Why did you call on me?
You knew it was coming.
No, I didn't.
Every week?
No, this has never happened before. Campus in chaos, dead bodies everywhere. It's great. Creature attacking, human beast like clad in the metal, similar to what is in Milos' leg. That's who we're fighting. We fought a big moose. No, it wasn't a moose. What was it? It had horns.
It's a moose now, I guess.
Do moose even have horns? I think they do.
Oh
What
my
does a moose
god.
look like?
I think you need a breath. Chill out. Come back to us here.
What? We fought.
Refocus.
Okay, listen. I've eaten a lot of candy. Okay.
Those
Okay.
desert mooses, they're real dangerous.
Black mage motherfucker is fucking up the angle guy. Agile guy.
No.
Angle guy?
Just like immediately deleted monetization on this episode.
Sorry, we're not supposed to say cuss words. You've never told us
You
that.
have like a budget, okay?
How many do you get?
Just the one.
I used
Get, like,
it.
2.
Well, I only used
You
one.
get one F-bomb. Just like every what is it, NC-17 movie or whatever.
Listen, I won't use it again. Marquies is back at his lost pinata. What? Marquies is back at his loot pinata ways. Marquies loot pinata'd the moose.
Was it a moose? What was it?
It was a Nezumi.
Wasn't it a rat?
Yeah.
Mage lady gave us a scroll to call her when we're ready to save Becky. And then the Empire arrived.
Empire Struck Back?
Yeah, it did. At the mock, or they're not mocking it, at the weird metal possessed creatures attacking us. And I said they're here to save the day, but like with a question mark. We saved the Agile's life, and by we I mean Milos, and he found out his name is Hunkel. Uncle?
Queen Quill.
Hunkel.
One quill.
One quill.
One
The way I
That's
spelled it
Queen
was
Quill.
one
like
quill.
Hunkel.
It was a really shitty
Anyway, he gave Milos his feather as a thank you for saving his life. The Empire dudes were surrounding our tent because their Empire prince guy was inside. We call him Joker. We don't care that he's royalty. He called in the reinforcements because shit was going down. That's my second cuss word of the night. The commander lady officer that was in the tent offered to raise Becky when we get her soul back. That's exciting. Now it's time to get Becky back. And we have 5 hours in our world and 12 hours in the void to get back Becky's soul, and then void time, and we're in the void version of the capital. That's what I got.
Okay. So you guys had been transported to the void via Ezra's portal spell, which required a drop of blood from each of you to transport you to this space. And when you arrived, this space resembled the capital city of Alexandria, although there was something odd about it. buildings were at odd angles. There were echoes in the streets that sounded like people, but there was nobody there. The sun blazoned overhead, but it was red, blood red. Asher recognized his home and his father's forge, and you all were drawn to that area. Asher immediately began to hear the sounds of his father's hammering on the anvil. Oh, that timing, very precise to his father's, very similar, something he grew up knowing just by the sound. You guys pressed into this odd version of Asher's home, and as you did, the hammering stopped, and a figure came around the corner inside, looking like a pale, scarred version of your father, Asher. And he said, Asher, you're alive. And that's where we'll pick up.
Yeah, how have I been gone for a while?
He, immediately, is a little standoffish, but he starts, he had his hammer in his hand, and he is dressed in his normal smock, no shirt, smeared with smudge from working the forge, and he comes up to you, tears welling in his eyes, and he is just kind of looking you up and down, and he, puts his hand on your chest, and he says, you're real, you're not, you're actually here, and he starts crying, and he, puts his head, because you've always usually been taller than him, as soon as you would hit your growth age, and he just places his head on your chest, and he just starts bawling, and he says, you've been dead for 10 years.
Oh. You would, awkwardly hug him and, comfort him, but,
And he just starts bawling, and he kind of pulls himself back after a little while, and he suddenly wipes his eyes, and it smudges, all of the soot all over his face, and he says, wait here, and he immediately goes behind the counter into, where your home area is, and he starts yelling for Juniper.
I don't know if this is real, Asher.
I think it is either, but...
What if this is a sort of mirror world?
Yeah, instead of your mom disappearing, you did.
Oh,
it's a
and he didn't come back.
Things sort of progress here, but on their own terms.
It's a possibility. We'll just have to be cautious and know that
People may recognize us, but we are definitely not who they think we are.
So I am confused. Yeah, I have not understand this whole void situation. Is this a fake world, or is Mr. Asher here from this place? Because they seem to know him very well.
I think of it like a mirror.
Yeah,
It's
think parallel.
There are two worlds. They are almost identical, but just different enough that the course of history follows its own path. It's
we should be careful here.
This is
Absolutely.
why magic should be heavily regulated.
I don't
that-
think this is magic. This
Does
is
that
something
mean
beyond
we
all
could
of it.
to run into our own selves? I mean, I'm not from here.
This
Most of
is
us aren't.
a possibility, and we really should avoid if we see ourselves. We don't know what could happen,
Well, it sounds like myself is dead.
That's a
which
stroke
could
of good
be
fortune.
a blessing.
For
Good
me-
or just missing. Maybe we
yeah.
can find him along the way.
We
Well,
don't need
I
to
think
look
we should
for
find
him.
Becky.
I think we need to find Becky.
Yeah,
yeah,
They've
Becky's
seen
important.
her.
Yes.
I'm going to ask that.
As you guys are talking amongst yourself, your father returns, and your mother returns as well, but she is missing an arm.
This is an evil timeline.
This is the darkest timeline.
She nice unison. Good
Yeah.
TikTok moment. Anyway, she has this this cloak over where her right arm should be, and she is walking kind of with a limp. Your father's helping her on that side, and she looks like she has chunks missing out of her ears, and she's gotten quite a few scars on her face as well. And your mother looks at you and For a second, you lock eyes with her, and she says, "You can't be. I tried to raise you, and I couldn't."
Oh.
Did I die here?
Did die.
And she looks at your father, and she's like, "This isn't him. This is some kind of trick." And he's like trying to convince her, "No, this is Asher. This is him."
No, it's...
This is much more complex than that.
Yeah.
It's
not a trick. We're just not from here.
We're here to find a friend. Have you seen our friend Becky? And then he would explain what she looks like.
And your mom goes, "I remember Becky. She was the one with you in the temple, right?"
That is where you died.
shit.
You did
That's our
die.
guy died.
You did die. But here you didn't come back.
Okay.
So there are 2 Beckys in this world, then?
Oh, bloody hell, that's
The world
not good.
can't handle 2
Is
Beckys.
there a Becky here? Is she
She's always here.
here? Is she?
And you see as Juniper looks at Asher's father, and she says, "Show them." And he helps kind of sit her down in a nearby chair, and he kind of motions for you all to come over to the wide front storefront window, and he points up to the tip of where the cathedral would be. And on top of the cathedral sits a massive machine. From that machine, there is this red light that's scanning all around. And he motions for you all to stop before you get too close to the window. As the light sweeps kind of close, he kind of backs up from it. Becky is up there now.
What is she doing up there?
She brought the ruin.
This is after what we're trying to prevent.
Well, the question is that our Becky or was that this Becky?
I don't.
The other question is, was that legal before?
Was what?
The machine?
It came almost 4 years ago now. No, 5. It crushed the city, warped it, stole everyone's souls, and
Okay, that would explain a few things outside.
yeah, the shades, they like to make a lot of noise, but if you don't bother them, they shouldn't touch you. Just try not to upset them or draw attention to yourselves. And he looks again at you, Asher, and says, "So you're not our Asher."
Afraid not.
And he looks pretty dejected, and he kind of goes over to Juniper and, like, kind of holds her close. And he says, "Well, I don't know how you all got stuck here, but
Well, we decided we wanted to come here, so we had them send us.
We had some like PTO time. We thought we'd just go on vacation.
Well, we're looking for Becky. We're looking for our Becky.
it's an awful idea."
Not your Becky. Our Becky's soul is here.
Do you think the bad Becky has the not so nice Becky soul?
I don't know where else to start looking.
We don't have much choice.
We have to start somewhere. Is there a way to get up there?
You could try to make it through the church, but there are a number of minions there that may attempt to stop you.
Wait,
Do you think this is
if
the...
you knew
Or
Becky,
attempt.
are the rest of us here too?
I don't know where the rest of you went afterwards. And he looks at Juniper, and Juniper says, "I have no idea. I stayed in the temple for weeks. I told you all to leave, and I would take care of Asher."
I caught bits and pieces of your conversation earlier. So this Becky, which we are looking for, she had made an agreement with someone, yeah?
With a few, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
known too.
A few different beings, we'll call them.
Well, it's one in particular. I didn't catch the name, but should we not look for this person?
Diabolos?
And you see, like, Juniper and Asher's father, like, just, like, visually, like, cringe at those
We know
names.
him.
And they point up towards the red sun.
Where is he? Is he on the sun?
He is the sun.
Oh, okay. So maybe Becky's soul's on the sun. I don't know how to get there.
I don't think you really want to go to a sun.
Yeah, that's true. We'll try the towers.
If you all are set on going to the tower, you could speak with the resistance, I suppose.
The resistance? Where are they?
Oh, good.
They're near-
Last time it took us like 6 months to find resistance.
Mm-hmm.
They're near the bookshop.
Oh,
Of course,
we know that place.
The bookshop.
If you go inside of the bookshop,
Wait, It's been 10 years. Do you know are there more than 6 volumes of the Marquies Murder Mystery series?
Oh my god.
I think it's been... I don't know that there's been a lot of time for that.
You never know. I don't know who the author is, okay? Well, I do, because her name's right on the front. But she could have survived. She could still be writing about you. You could still be busting crimes.
Books.
Rahal, right?
No, it was what was my character's name in the
currently right now for us?
What was my character's name in the one shot?
Caldwell. Yeah.
Yeah, Josephine Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Raha was writing about us, but I don't know if he was going to publish it into a book. I told him he should make Marquies the main character, but we know he's going to make Milos the main character.
Well,
Maybe
fucking
Milos has
yeah,
a
right.
series about him. We'll have to look at the books in the bookstore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Battle episode. Just buying books.
But they,
Avoid books.
you see, as he says, yes, if you go into the bookstore and ask for a book on sanctuary, they'll know what you mean.
I've heard that's a good spell.
Shall we?
Do we have to be worried about that sweeping red thing again?
Just avoid the light, I suppose.
Definitely. And like I said, do not disturb the shades.
Okay, we could do that. Don't touch it.
Don't be suspicious.
Why are you
Don't
smiling
be
over
suspicious.
that?
Don't be
You can't keep one as a pet.
Very well. We should be all
I'm not sure that things beyond Becky, given that we're looking for a soul, are allowed to come back.
Like physical things?
Yeah, I don't take their physical self, sort of.
Okay, well...
Just the essence of the thought?
I want to avoid pet.
Why you gotta be so mean, Dad?
I think the shades are people souls, and I don't think you keep people pets.
No.
You see, now Asher's your father says, wait, before you go, and he reaches underneath the counter, and he pulls out a chest, or a rather long box, and he kind of looks at Juniper, and Juniper just kind of like nods her head, and you see him bring up the chest, and he flips a number of locks on the box itself, and he says, we had these made for our Asher. Hopefully you can do something with them. And you see inside, when he pops the box open, that there are 2 short swords inside. And the short swords, you see, have been made of this... one of them is made of like a black metal with a red wrapped handle. And the other one is kind of this like really light blue metal. And it's wrapped in kind of this blue claw, or a blue wrap on the hilting as well. And both of them kind of have a charm hanging off of them. And then inside the box as well, there are 2 materias.
Oh, fuck.
One of the materials is purple, and the other is blue.
He would probably say, I can't take these. These are for me.
They'd be gathering dust otherwise. They might as well make some use.
Thank you. I'll use them for good and save our friend.
He locks the box down and hands it to you.
Some sort of bag, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have
Shoved
a bag.
into Poppy.
Yeah.
Poppy's not a bag.
Oh, did we use her as a bag one time?
No.
Oh.
We sold her once.
Oh, yeah. We were trying to be grifters.
So,
Grifting 101. Just need a suitcase.
Juniper gets up and does finally come and give you a hug, Asher, and she says, sorry. And sorry I couldn't. And she just kind of walks off.
I will grab her and pull her back in and just say, know that you did save me in my world. Thank you.
And she You've never seen your mom cry. She doesn't cry. But this version of your mom is crying. And she wipes the tears away and presses the side of your face and says, let your mother know that she's lucky.
I will.
She gives you a kiss on your forehead, and she immediately starts to hobble back into the room that she was in.
Stop.
Maybe we can come visit them sometimes. Just vacation in the void. Just vacation in the void.
Yeah.
You can come see your void mommy and daddy too.
Wow.
Void Mommy. That's the name of the episode.
Sounds like a sex worker.
Alright. Your father, points you out to one of the side doors that you've known very well that leads out through the forge, and he says, just take the side streets. Don't stick to the main ways, and stay out of the light. He grabs your wrists and gives you one of those, forearm to forearm, and pulls you in tight and hugs you one more time.
Thanks. Thank you for your help.
And he smiles and nods and says, now go, quickly.
So Marquies and I lead the way to the bookstore.
Yeah.
There's a Marquies cut out in the front. Someone used it as target practice.
Fucking hell.
Oh my gosh, they have cutouts of you in this world.
Oh no.
So cool.
Oh,
Just
Ellie should try to shove it in her bag.
Oh, no.
just folds them up. Pocket Marquies.
This is going in the next book.
Do they have Marquies bookmarks?
Oh my gosh!
With the reverse Marquies, Marquies who doesn't want to be famous, then the reverse would be the one that absolutely needs to be famous, and everyone
He's
needs
the Gilroy
to know.
Lockhart.
There you go.
He is the author.
He's like
of-
an he's an autobiography.
Yeah.
And it's just super over the top, and he's almost like a preacher,
Right.
preaching the word of Marquies.
Oh,
I
I
love
hope
it.
there's 3 times as many books, just because he needed to be the Lockhart of this universe.
Yeah.
I hope
But
they
they're
take
all the
real
same
money
book.
in
It's just a
Void.
new updated cover with
Right.
behind the
Yeah,
scenes
it's-
new chapter.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like when Stephanie Meyer rewrote the first book from Edward's perspective.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a thing?
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's called Midnight Sun or something.
You guys are traveling along the back alleys now. Are you attempting to be stealthy?
Yeah.
Do we have Pass Without a Trace?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Are you casting Pass Without a Trace?
I am casting Pass Without a Trace.
All right. So you you have your fire lupon out right now, and tell us how you cast your Pass Without a Trace. Give us some flavor.
So I will take out a burnt leaf, mistletoe, and a sprig of spruce, and I'll put it up next to the little lupon to light it on fire. And I'll be like, hold on, guys, just wait 5 seconds. And I will just spread it out around us in a big circle, and it will start to glow with a bluish, greenish flame, and your feet start to tingle,
Oh.
and they have a faint blue around their feet, and as you walk, your footprints disappear.
Burns away the footprints.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and have you guys roll some stealth rolls.
Okay.
Listen.
Plus 10.
Stealth.
Yep. Plus 10 to your stealth check.
Stealth, okay.
Oh my god.
Natural 20?
Those natural 20s.
Nice.
Oh!
Because I roll with
Oh.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Oh, nice. You should take a picture of that.
I got a 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20.
I mean, Travis had the same thing, but except for it's 12s instead of natural 20.
Oh, yeah. Disadvantage from your armor as well, yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I am big boy with big armor.
Oh.
Then?
16.
Plus 10? Ooh.
Okay.
Ellie
Oh.
takes her little kerchief out, her little shawl. She ties it around her head and pushes her ears down so that
Ties him around.
Yeah, she ties the little shawl on top of her head
Okay.
so that she's not tall. She's got many ears. And she grabs up Poppy. She looks like a little old lady.
Are you Babushka and Poppy?
No, she's babushkaing herself. She's
Oh, okay.
holding Poppy.
Marquies?
31.
31.
Gross.
All right.
I rolled really bad. I rolled a 7.
So
But
the
I got
ones
20 total.
the ones in armor are hardly making any sound at all, and Din's back here with 2 hand axes, just kind of clopping a little bit loudly at her sides there. So,
Tim, put the hand axes in your bag. Making clank noises.
Okay. We'll clank in the bag.
they'll clank in the bag against each other, being louder.
Oh god! Because put it wrap. You know what? Fine.
Wrap them with cloth or something.
Does that work?
Yes.
Let's go to the bookstore. I have books to buy.
All right. So you guys travel along familiar-ish roads, especially to those of you from the city. You stop in front of the bookstore. Marquies, you look up because your old apartment is right above, next door. There is a green light on inside your old apartment.
Nope.
There are shadows moving about inside.
Shadows?
Shadows.
Oh, maybe you've got to know.
That's assuming he still lives there in this timeline.
That's true. Somebody else could live there.
Well, I'm not sure why anyone else would have green.
I don't
Or
know.
did you
It's a
have
fun
green, too?
color.
Well, it's not that the light was green, just some of the reactions glow green.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to go say hi to yourself and,
No,
and
not
like,
really.
mess the timelines up. Then...
No, I do not, because I'm really uncomfortable with what might happen if
It's like
Well,
we were to
spy
interact.
versus
to be
spy.
fair,
Like a-
your body has already tried to kill you once. So it would be awful if your void you also tried to kill you.
Or if we just all exploded into non-existence.
That would be fair. Let's go to the bookstore.
I don't think it would be fun or unfortunate or anything, because it wouldn't be anything at all.
I'm gonna go to the
It'd be a TPK.
Mhm.
Season 3.
bookstore. I'm gonna wander
Good campaign,
to the
guys.
bookstore.
Yeah.
Alright.
I knew Marquies would be the end of us.
Yeah.
Beginning and end.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alpha and Omega.
That's exactly what I was to say. Jesus.
I feel very bad for all of you. You would run into your alternative selves. But alternative me, he is an Empire. He is probably safe and sound because Empire is great.
You make that assumption, but who's to say that you didn't end up staying here for some reason or
But-
another?
Gregor, he's right behind you.
What?
Gotcha!
You got me. Oh, you are a funny lady. I always thought you were funny with your little ears and your hat and I'm so scared.
I am scared.
No, that one's real!
That's real. That's totally real.
I'm always scared. But if I stop, then you guys will die, so I'm
That's
still
funny.
here. Let's go to the bookstore.
So you guys open up the bookstore. The door kind of creaks and drags against the floor a little bit to the point where you kind of gotta jam it with your shoulder a little bit to get it all the way open. And the bell rings, and there is a figure sitting at the desk, kind of poring quickly over documents. Has his back turned to the door currently, and is like muttering to himself.
What are you reading?
What? And like a figure turns around, and Asher, you see another familiar figure.
This is the guy who asked for Marquies' autograph? Yeah. Oh, I know you.
This figure turns to you and has, now, the Alexander in your timeline, very well kept, very studious, has now been reduced to this kind of hunched over figure, thick glasses on his face, and has an unwashed kind of smell about him as he pores over the papers in front of him, and he looks at you, Allie, and regards you for a second and says, no, I'm seeing things again. No.
Yeah.
Just stick to your work, Alexander.
Excuse me, Alexander, you signed, my friend Marquis signed a
How do you
book
know my
for you.
name?
I met you.
What?
I'm Ellie.
Yes. No. Don't talk to them, and then they won't talk back again. You know they're not real. They're not there.
No.
They can't be.
That's kind of rude.
We're real. Okay, we're looking for a book on sanctuary.
How would they know about that? I don't know. How do you think they would know about it?
Who are you talking
My
to?
parents told them. I'll stand out, step out from an aisle.
Oh, I haven't seen you with them. No. I haven't seen you since
in
you left.
In this world, he's dead. But in our world, we're all alive.
Well, Becky's not.
What?
Becky is not. But she is here.
Yeah.
She is here twice.
Have you heard about...
What?
What's our world called?
Our world?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, well, this is the void. What's our half of the world called?
Not the void.
Have you heard of Not the Void?
Oh, man. And he says, what? No,
We're from a different timeline. And we're here looking for our version of Becky.
And he's thinking, you see the gears are turning. He's like, could be possible. They might be able to. No.
Here.
He's too powerful.
Listen, you don't think I'm real?
And he looks at your hand and he is like, no. They tricked you this way before. Mm-mm.
I won't
Nope.
trick you. Have you ever told a lie in
Oh,
your
have
life?
we met before, sir?
You look like every other tin can that got crushed by Diabolos. I don't know you.
Wow, damn, that was...
Oh, okay, so I will say that I do not recognize you, but you seem to be having, how they say in my country, an episode where they go away for a while. Anyway, these are real people, and since you do not recognize me, I am probably a real person. Whereas I understand if you maybe think you see people that you have not seen in a long time, but I guarantee, because I am a real person, they are real people too.
I think that just complicated matters.
He's just kind of the wheels turning. He's like, I guess I haven't seen you before. Yeah. You might be real. Yeah. Okay.
I still have
You
my
did
hand
ask
out
for
to him.
sanctuary. And he skirts around your hand and gets up and skirts around you and then goes and pokes Gregor in the chest.
Oh, you believe him, but you don't believe me?
Not again.
Have I tricked you
Not
before?
Again.
Yes.
Me?
Yes. You all come in. You all come in every time, and then my brain ends up hurting, and they try to take me over to him, and they ask me questions, and they hurt me, and you see his hands now come up from underneath his cloak, and they have been broken, and they are mangled and scarred, his hands and his fingers have been broken many times.
Is that something that a cure wounds would fix, or is that just there forever?
That's just how it's healed.
Okay.
Yep. It's been too long since these injuries, so...
Right, it's not going to fix, something that's set.
Mhm.
I'll reach out, but I won't touch him.
You would
But
find
you
it a
will
greater
touch,
restoration.
The
Just
books on the
break it.
counter and start moving
No,
them
greater
around.
restoration's for exhaustion.
And so
Nope.
me interacting with things.
Nope. They can't move things. Mm-mm.
You would need some sort of surgery.
I am moving. I'm going to pick up a book and open it.
Book's not real.
The book is real. You. Well,
What do you need, Tin Can? You said sanctuary, yes?
no, I said.
They said sanctuary. Look, I also heard this lady who you think is imaginary. She was wondering if there is more books about this man with the pointy mask.
Well, I mean, there are and there aren't. How best to say that one? There are some books about him, and then there's some books about him.
Wait, what?
Wait, the him he was.
That is a very confusing.
Exactly. Wait,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
don't respond to them.
Where are the books?
He gets it.
I grab a random book off the shelf and throw it at him.
It hits him, and he's like,
Real enough for you.
I reach out and grab his face.
no. And he's like, oh, my brain doesn't hurt yet.
Here, and we're here to help. Okay.
And he backs away from your hands. Still don't touch.
So how many volumes after 6 are there? 'Cause I
Oh
think
my
this is-
god.
And do you take real money?
Yeah.
Okay, how many volumes after 6?
4 or 5.
Oh, I'm gonna go find them. I'm gonna go find them all. I'll be right back.
She goes into a bloody
They're
frenzy,
so
Miss Rage.
I
need those
Ellie
books.
Miss Frenzies and start running around the store.
What if someone else took over the writing and it's completely different? It's not romance, murder mystery, whatever. It's just I don't know. like, talking about his random potions or whatever.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm even going to find the books about him.
make me an investigation check.
Check.
What do you mean, him?
16?
1 second. So you find the similar books that you have in your satchel. 7 and 8 you find pretty close by. They are actually penned by Elspeth Moonwish.
Oh, I wrote these!
Your last name is Moonwish? That's the takeaway I got.
And while the first few editions that you all currently have were a red tome with, gold inlay for the words, the next few tomes are a dark blue, just plain white lettering. The next 2 tomes you find far away from these. They're bound in black leather, and it looks like somebody has just took a knife and cut the letters out. Not nice, just kind of carved into the leather.
Oh.
These 2 are penned by Elspeth Moonwish.
Oh.
Oh, you wrote in a rage.
Why did I write so angry?
Are you taking these books up to the
I'm
counter?
gonna flip
or
through
are
the
you...
ones that look a little spastic looking. The black tomes. I'm gonna flip through them. They're like a forward.
As you open up the first couple of pages, it looks like it's penned in a very hurried hand. The first few pages say, "The destruction has come. We have freed her from her world, but now she twists and bends and warps ours.
Oh.
He has made a deal with his former self to try to combat her, to obtain a higher power, but there was a price to be paid. And he took his price and joined Diabolos." These tomes are not large. They are just a few pages.
What's the next one say?
The next one says, "All hope is lost. I am going to attempt to summon the final umbral Aeon. Mama, wish me luck." And that's where that one ends.
I walk up with all the books and go, how much?
And he's kind of looking at everybody still and poking each one, and then he's like, 8 gold.
Okay, here. What happened?
The you that was here? The you that was you?
Yeah.
You try to do the big, and he points towards Poppy. You tried to do the big one, and didn't go so well. Nope, the big machine up there just kind of tore you apart, tore you in half, and tore it in half too. It was real pretty. It was really cool. It was a real big dragon, big dragon, big scaly dragon, and it just kind of took it and ripped it in half and tore its wings out, and then it got a hold of you and ripped you in half.
What happened?
Gregor will take out 10 gold and hand it to the man and say, "Here you are for Miss Ellie's books, and a little bit more to take care of yourself."
Oh, yeah. Good luck finding whatever's left of your tin cans too. Yeah, the sanctuary. Oh, you had a question. You had a question.
Yeah, you made a kind of a distinction about the him thing.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't mad. He wasn't happy with you. He ended up killing a lot of people. And he kind of looks up, through the window in the store up towards your apartment. He goes, "You haven't been the same since. That's weird you being down here, and I know you're up there, It's kind of weird." And he kind of scratches his neck.
I show him the book. I slide it over to him. Diabolos. And
So, wait, what?
I hand him the book.
This world's Marquies made a deal with the Diabolos and the former.
No, just made a deal with the former. Big, bad, and bony angel. Yeah. Now that guy, he made a pact with Diabolos, and, he likes going around reaping them souls.
Oh, well, the good news is, this world is obviously a world that we will not.
But the way that it was worded made it feel like they brought our Becky here, and she was the one doing all of this. Our Becky.
Well, what if that was... Wait, no, because they said before that was part of her destiny or whatever she was going to cause destruction. What if this is that destruction?
It is.
So, we're past that.
Yeah.
We know our world will not be like this world.
But
Asher didn't stay dead 10 years ago.
But the way that it's worded in the book is that our Becky, the one that they took, the one that they brought here, is the one that did this. What's going to happen when we take her soul back? Is she going to have all these... how long has she been here in her mind?
We don't... There's nothing to say that she was in her mind. She could have just been a weapon. Souls are powerful. You know this.
Yeah.
And that's also part of the reason why Magitech is sort of illegal around here. So it could be used for things like this.
Yeah.
Sort of side beaks, Gregor.
We want to find a way to get Becky.
You want to get up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Your funeral again.
Well, I've already been torn in half once, and just going for the 2-hit combo.
Yeah.
I can't do a final summon, though. I'm not strong.
Neither was she.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for that. Thanks. Poppy, you got this?
Poppy's like... shaking her head.
She taps out.
Yeah. All of a sudden you hear these, scratching sound. Alexander kind of perks up for a second and then, looks around and you hear this scratching sound. And, all of a sudden he's like, shh. No, she can't be here. No, the rats are here. We gotta hide. The rats are here.
Okay, what are rats?
They're bad. We gotta hide.
Do you have a hidey hole?
And he, points up towards, the second layer, and he's like, climb the staircase, quick.
Okay.
And he, shoos you up the staircase, and, you see, him, pull the staircase up. Looks like he wants to make sure that you're not all followed up there. And he's like, be quiet. And then he goes back down to his paperwork, and he, starts to pore over them again. And then you hear this scraping on the door at about doorknob level. And then the doorknob turns, and this flood of rats just starts pouring in to the bookstore. And they just kind of completely fill out and circle Alexander. And he just does his best to, ignore them, but you could see him visibly shaking. And you hear, Alexander! And in through the door, you see this figure walk in, dressed in, full leathers. And they have kind of this, dark, black leather, top and furs. And the rats seem to, give this person room to walk in. No, you should have died too. You should have died. They should have taken you too. And you see a pair of black grill wings and horns step into the door, followed by a bear. But this is definitely not your din. This din is scarred deeply on their face, hair cut short. One of the horns has been kind of chipped away, but in an attempt to be reshaved to a point again. Their eyes are completely blacked over, and you see where Din had normally kept her bracelet, a number of gems have been shattered, but she still has them on her wrist.
Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited.
Lost your soul.
Her eyes are completely blacked over, and she has these long, blackened claws that she just kind of drags everywhere. And she says, Alexander, I hear you have been naughty. You have guests and aren't even introducing us. And he's like, nope. They're not talking to me again. No. And she walks up to him and whispers in his ear and says, I can smell them on you. Nope, no guests here. Nope, no guests here. And she slams her hand on Alexander's, and he is instinctively, knuckled up his crooked fingers. And she takes one finger out and lays it flat. And he's trying to fight her, but she's pretty strong, so she just pulls that finger out, and she snaps it, and she goes, do not lie to me. I know when you're lying to me, Alexander. He's like, no, I haven't, please, not again. And she pulls out another finger. Pop! Snaps that out of place. I need you to roll me stealth checks. Plus 10.
Still have a plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do something? Oh, I got a natural 20. Shit. That's a 33?
Nice. Din?
23.
Gregor?
24.
Milos?
26.
–
Marquies?
28.
Asher?
21.
21. So you're all staying nice and quiet as this is happening. And she is actively, looking up, looking around, and she says, if you're lying to me, I will be back. I think we'll work on your toes next time. She just slams his hand back down and lets herself out the door, and the rats follow her out. And when she's finally out, he goes over the door and shuts it and locks it, and then you just kind of hear him whimpering, and he goes over to his table and pulls out a roll of bandages and tries to start setting. He has little wooden splints to they're cut exactly to the shape of his fingers, and they've been used quite a bit, and he starts applying them, but he's whimpering the entire time he's doing it.
I'll whisper down to him and be like, do you need some help?
I mean, and he just kind of shuffles over to the staircase and pulls the rope down, lowering the staircase for you all.
Can I tell, based on the splints and bandages he's using, is he even doing a decent job at this?
Go ahead and make me a medicine check.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, he's done this often enough that he knows exactly where to put his splints. But like I said, the damage has been done prior, that he's just basically, he's just basically setting them back into their crooked places again.
Would I know? Like I said, healing magic isn't gonna fix them. It's just gonna heal them, right?
Yep.
Why is Din like this? Din, why are you like that?
I don't know. It wasn't me. Maybe.
Open
What?
up.
It was definitely you.
You've changed a lot, apparently, in
I
this
mean,
world.
is it the same thing that happened to your friend that happened to you when all your beasts died?
I don't think so. I think she was more feral. This was me? Other me?
Yeah,
I don't know.
She tried to fight him. She tried to fight him, and he didn't like that. So he crushed her jewels, and she got all feral, and he didn't like that either. So he went inside her mind and twisted things.
Well, that's a new trick.
apparently jumping souls and whatnot, jumping bodies, he's decided that he can also now, jump into mines too. So, it's no fun when he's in there.
We heard there was a rebellion.
Shh, 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 shh.
We heard there was a book called Sanctuary.
Yes.
And how do we get it? Because I want to read it real good.
It's like, yeah. You should leave before anybody else decides to show up. And he goes over to one of the back bookshelves, and he's like hurrying you along to follow him. And he like looks around, and he pulls out a fake book and like reaches in behind somewhere, and like you hear him click a mechanism, and the bookcase like slides in and then slides to the side. And he says, "Good luck if you find him. I mean, maybe he'll help you. We'll see what kind of mood he's in today."
Oh.
Him. And he kind of looks over at Milos.
Are we about to see me? Is that what you're referring to?
We don't know for sure if we see ourselves if we blow up. It didn't blow up.
Yeah.
She didn't see you, but you saw hers.
Well, I mean, like, they didn't interact
This is the
with each
trial.
other.
This is the trial. This will be the trial.
Just don't touch. Just don't touch
each
him.
other. Yeah.
What? I
get
give
too
the best
close.
hugs!
Don't get too close.
You do give
you
really
know.
good hugs.
Just do an air hug,
Oh, okay.
Just kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this. There you go. Hey, good job.
Sure.
Just like that. There you go. Good job.
He's like, Alexander's like waving you in, and he's like, "Oh, go.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah. Just don't show up again and start talking to me, okay? Good talk."
Don't we have to come
Before I go in, I just want to like stoop down out of earshot of everyone else and be like, "You said that there were other tin cans. Was the Empire here?"
They tried. Yeah. And all your metal and fancy gadgets, guess what happened? Crush.
Gregor stands up and kind of walks ahead.
It's okay, Gregor. I got ripped in half.
Gregor said he wanted to be out of earshot, so unless you were...
Go out of here.
Oh,
Yep.
does Alexander talk quiet?
No,
And Ellie's-
he doesn't.
And Ellie's got ears that are 6 feet tall.
That's fair. He might have been able to glean what he was asking. But yeah, he just kind of tells you how it kind of was.
It's humbling.
Man, the Kree are really easy to turn evil. Alright, let's
Actually,
go.
if I could, I might turn back to him and say, "Tony, do you know the name Olum Malmarit?"
Yeah. She was the one who found the machine. Yeah. Found the machine, and then he took it from her. Yep. She was working with the other one, and then they were digging up the machine, and then someone else found it, and then he killed him, and then his soul became him, and then he took it from him and shoved the Becky soul in, and he just kind of points wildly to everything.
Wait, who took it from her?
And he's like fighting for the words for it, but he can't. He's like, I can't say it, and he tries to like mouth the words, but he's like, nah.
Can I roll to try and like read his lips as he's trying to say it?
I don't know if there's a lip reading roll. Why don't we have you just make a straight intelligence check to try to see if you can't piece together the bits he's able to get out.
They a 10.
10? Yeah, he's like, church, man, church, from the red,
The guy with the red hair.
A church man?
Yeah, he's like, I can't. They did something. I can't. I want to, but I can't. I can't think of it. Why can't I think of it? Who are you?
Thank you so much. You have been very helpful.
Oh, yeah. Good luck. Die well, I guess.
Thank you.
and he kind of ushers you all through this tunnel behind this bookcase, and you hear it kind of slide in and lock behind you.
Let's go with Milos, I guess.
Wonder what I'm like.
Well,
hopefully a lot nicer than everyone else
you're not
seems to be.
evil like Din or ripped in half like me or, making deals
at
with
least-
his past
At least,
self.
at least I'm part of the resistance, I guess.
So this tunnel is dark.
Poppy.
Poppy starts shedding lights for you guys and starts leading you down the tunnel. You don't travel very long. Maybe a good 50, 60 feet. And suddenly there is this large, round, makeshift door in front of you. Looks like the door itself doesn't have any knobs or anything on this side, but there is like a small, like rectangular metal piece on it.
Hello? Ellie just knocks on the door.
You hear movement on the other side of the door, and you see the door slit just kind of open barely.
Stare into it.
And there's kind of this old worn, like you get this much of the face, like right by the eyes. One of the eyes is definitely scarred shut, and the other eye is weary. And pair of green eye is looking back at you, and one eye anyway, and says, "Yeah,
We're looking for a book on sanctuary?
we don't sell books here."
But Alexander said that we need your help.
You see him like look back at someone in his head. Alex is selling books again, sending strangers.
Why not strangers? We are.
I'll say in Geomantric, we're here to see Milos.
And like the face like looks back at you, and then like looks looks beyond Ellie and like looks at you, and then looks back and it says something like in a whisper, and he looks back at you again and he says, "Say that again."
I will repeat it in Leonin this time.
And you hear a figure behind say, "Let him in." The door.
His roars worked. I didn't know if they were fighting or not.
The door peels back, and you see a familiar area for most of you, but Gregor. This is the cubbyhole.
Of course, the hideout would be the cubbyhole. Who did this? Who picked this place?
As the
Probably Milos.
Milos? Where's Milos? Did he pick this place?
as the door pulls back, you see a very large humanoid male, very built, scarred, really only wearing a
Is this
toga.
the bear?
Huh?
Is this the bear didn't want to wrestle? Is this our cleric friend?
Yes.
He saved our lives! This is the guy who saved our lives!
And he says, "Come on in, I guess."
Thanks.
He's in the back room.
Okay.
And he's just kind of looking at you,
Exactly
Milos,
like
and is like,
Milos in the cubbyhole
huh.
in the back room.
Let's go to the back room.
So you guys make your way back. There's a number of people talking. People coming and going, delivering documents, making hurried chat. And the room finally clears enough for you to finally see the Void's Milos. Same coloration. However, his mane has been cut short in kind of like a Mohawkian style. And he has part of his ear lopped off. And you see that one of his horns on that side has been broken. And once you get past that portion, the rest of his body is completely metal.
Oh, it doesn't look like the metal went well for you.
Oh.
It's like
Maybe he knows how to stop it. Does it
It's
look
like-
like
that's horrible.
Maybe,
Oh my god, that's horrible.
maybe he knows how to stop it. You know, it looks like it didn't reach. Hi,
Oh,
I'm Ellie. You probably know that.
I do. And he like gets up and like he gets up like real slow and he stands now. It looks like Milos usually kind of stands with a little bit of a hunch over. This Milos is standing completely straight up, and he is taller than the tips of your ears, Ellie.
Did you get bigger, or did you just change your posture?
He kind of walks up to you and, like, stands straight in front of you, and he just, like, leans down and grabs you in a hug.
I give him a hug back.
And he's just like, I know you're not mine, but I've missed you guys.
I would miss you too if you were gone.
This Milos has much better posture. More like military man. I appreciate this.
He says, you're probably here for Becky.
Yeah.
Well, you come just in time.
Well, that's good news.
We've finally been able to reach the Faith Chamber and get underneath the cathedral. Well, we're about to breach it, and we're about to raid the cathedral and blow it to smithereens.
Sounds like you need a raiding party.
We could use a distraction, if you're up for it.
Yeah, these people have convinced me that murdering people is fun, so...
I have never once tried to convince you of such things.
I was really talking about Tim.
Also,
Then why did you say these people?
Listen, you guys are all bad influences. All of you.
What have we done?
This Milos
I don't know yet.
looks
I'll
up
do something.
and sees you, Asher, and he just kind of holds his big paw to his chest, and he comes over and he just gives you a big hug, and he says,
I think everybody's getting a hug.
From a metal Milos.
He's like the only one left of his friends.
mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
He says, it's amazing to see you all, especially you. I mean, as you can see, things have kind of gone to shit here, so...
I want to help as much as we can.
You always did. Well, I think we need to address some things in the room. Why don't you have a seat?
Okay.
He gestures deeper into the room.
We saw Dave.
It's one of those things that we're going to need to talk about, I'm sure.
We found out about Marquies, and I know how I died.
Let's take it one step at a time. And he
Lots of
gestures you
books.
over to a longer table. You see that there is a map of the city that's been laid out, and there are a number of, like, makeshift tokens on the map. And you see, as he says, our strategist, I think, has got it figured out, so I think we'll be alright. And you see this person with kind of auburn reddish hair, turn around. Ellie, you see your childhood friend standing there, no longer locked in a faith crystal.
Reese.
It's good to see you, Ellie. I mean, even if you're not mine.
You should...
Well, neither should you, technically speaking.
Who's in the crystal?
That's a tough story, and I'll tell you it on next episode.
What?
Oh, fuck you!
So, guys, if you want to find out who is in the Titan Faith Crystal next time, make sure to tune in next Friday, and we'll see you then. Bye.
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 Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Make sure that whatever platform you're watching or listening on, you are following and or subscribing. For those of you on YouTube, make sure you go down below and let us know what you thought with a comment, and give us a like if you could. Subscribing, hit that bell. If you're on any of our podcast platforms, make sure you are following, and if any of them allow you to comment, go ahead and do so. We do pay attention, and it helps us to know where to go forward.